Hello and welcome to our English learning video. Today we will learn English through a story. The story is simple, fun, and full of useful words. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Mia. I am 21 years old. I live in a small city with my dad and my dog. My dog's name is Max. He is brown and friendly. Every day, I take Max for a walk in the park. My dad works at a post office, and I work in a small bakery near our house. I love my job because I enjoy baking bread, cookies, and small cakes. The bakery smells sweet every morning. My boss is kind and my coworker Lucy is very funny. We often laugh while working. I start work at 7 o'clock in the morning and finish at 3 p.m. After work, I like to read books, listen to music, or go for a walk with Max. One morning something different happened. I woke up at 7 a.m. The sun was shining, and the sky was blue. I got out of bed, brushed my teeth, and fed Max. Then I made toast and tea for breakfast. While I was eating, I looked at my phone. There was a new message. It was from my cousin, Jake. He wrote, "Hi, Mia. I'm at the airport. Can you come and meet me at 11 a.m.? It's very important. I'll wait at Terminal 1. I blinked. Jake? At the airport? He lives far away in another country. I didn't know he was visiting. I sent a message back. Why are you here? Are you okay? But he didn't answer. I felt a little worried. Maybe something was wrong. I called his phone, but he didn't pick up. I looked at the clock. It was already 9 o'clock. I didn't have much time. I stood up, finished my tea, and went to my room. I chose my blue jeans, a white t-shirt, and a light jacket. I put my phone and wallet in my small backpack. Max looked at me with big eyes. I smiled and said, "Sorry, Max, I can't take you with me. I'll be back soon." I told my dad, "Jake is at the airport. He wants me to meet him." Dad looked surprised. "Really? That's strange. Be careful and call me if you need help." "I will, Dad," I said. I left the house quickly. The air was cool and fresh. I walked to the train station. On the way, I thought about Jake. Why did he come without telling anyone? What happened? I didn't know, but I wanted to find out. At the station, I bought a ticket and waited for the train. The train came at 9:30 a.m. It was not too full. I found a seat near the window. As the train moved, I looked outside. I saw trees, houses, and small shops. My heart was beating faster. I felt a little nervous, but also curious. Maybe it's a surprise, I thought. Maybe Jake wants to tell me something big. The train was fast. In 30 minutes, I arrived at the airport station. I stood up, held my bag, and got off the train. I followed the signs to the airport. My journey had just begun. I walked into the airport. The doors opened, and I felt cool air on my face. There were many people inside. Some people were walking fast, some were talking on the phone, others were sitting and waiting. It was busy and loud. I looked around. There were big screens showing flight times. Some flights were on time and some were delayed. I followed the signs to Terminal 1. The signs were blue and easy to read. As I walked, I saw a family with 3 kids. The kids were laughing and playing. I smiled at them. Then I saw a woman with a red suitcase. She looked lost. The airport felt like a small city with people from many places. I found the information desk. A lady behind the desk smiled at me. I said, "Excuse me, where is Terminal 1? She answered, "Go straight, then turn right. You will see it." "Thank you," I said. I walked quickly. My shoes made soft sounds on the floor. When I reached Terminal 1, I looked around. I didn't see Jake. I checked the time. It was 10:30 a.m. Maybe he is not here yet, I thought. I sat on a bench and waited. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. Still no sign of Jake. Then I saw a boy sitting alone near the window. He looked about 10 years old. He had a small backpack and was holding a toy plane. His eyes looked sad. I walked over and said, "Hi, are you okay?" He looked at me and said, "I can't find my mom. I was with her, but now I don't know where she is." I felt worried for him. I said, "Don't be afraid. Let's go to the help desk." We walked together. The boy held my hand. At the help desk, I said, "This boy lost his mom. Can you help him?" The worker smiled and said, "Yes, we will find her. Thank you for helping." The boy looked at me and said, "Thank you. You are kind." I smiled back and said, "Everything will be okay." After that, I returned to the bench. I looked at my phone. Still no message from Jake. I started to feel confused. Was he really here? Then I heard a sound. Ding! My phone showed a new message. It was Jake. He wrote, "Mia, I made a mistake. I'm at Terminal 2, not Terminal 1. Sorry." I stood up fast. "Oh no," I said. "I've been waiting in the wrong place." But I didn't feel angry. I just smiled and said, "Time to go to Terminal 2." I followed the signs to Terminal 2. I had to go down some stairs and take a small train to reach it. There were many people on the train, but I found a spot near the door. My heart was beating fast. I couldn't wait to see Jake. When I arrived, I walked out of the train and looked around. Terminal 2 was also busy. People were talking, pulling bags, and looking at signs. I walked quickly, my eyes searching for Jake. Then I saw him. He was standing near a coffee shop. He wore a gray jacket and jeans. He was holding a small blue bag. "Jake," I called. He turned and smiled. "Mia, you can." We hugged. He looked happy and a little tired. "Why didn't you tell me you were coming?" I asked. He laughed. "I wanted it to be a surprise." and it worked. We walked to the coffee shop and sat down. Jake bought me a hot chocolate. We talked and laughed. He told me stories about his life in Canada. He said the weather there was very cold, but the people were friendly. Then he reached into his bag and gave me a small box. "This is for you," he said. I opened it. Inside was a little airplane made of wood. It was beautiful. "I remember you always talk about traveling," Jake said. "I hope this reminds you to follow your dreams." I smiled. "Thank you, Jake. This is very special." We stayed at the airport for a while. We looked at planes through the big windows. We played a small word game while waiting. Then Jake said, "Let's go home. I want to see Uncle and eat some of your bakery's cookies." I laughed. "Okay, let's take the train." On the way home, we talked more. The train ride felt short because we were happy. That day, I learned something important. Life is full of surprises. Sometimes a simple message can change your whole day, and sometimes helping someone or seeing a loved one can make your heart full. Thank you for watching this video. Now, it's your turn. Watch the video again and practice with the shadowing technique. Listen, pause, repeat. Speak like me. Speak with feeling. You can do it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.